So, long trade due to the histo and all of my primary candlestick analysis, but this just adds the cherry to the cake. Past history, when this breaks through this sort of downslope, the first punch up, the pullback, and then the momentum move tells us this price is going up. It's the move of the day. It's now 10:45. I've just got back from walking the dog. You have to learn to trust if you use indicators, of course, trust your indicators, trust your back testing, trust your knowledge of support and resistance, and so on and so forth. I could have got in earlier over here, but I was out, as I say, messing around, making videos, and I was waiting for this to do its stuff. I missed this one, but it wasn't quite above the 20 by the looks of it, but it doesn't matter. 1984, I mean, that's 16 points below the breakout. This now has broken the high of that candle and that candle. This has broken the high. There's no reason, in my opinion, why they would want to reverse the price at this time of day, but that's just anecdotal, of course. It's all about the indicators. As you move up through the time frames, you get the more power from the higher time frames, of course. And this is the middle of the London Open and such like. It's when all the silly games are played, and then the sort of move of the day, as I see it, is this now. But that's just, as I say, anecdotal. This indicator, in my opinion, is priceless. We've got the 124.5 level up above us. I'm cutting it short because so often have I got caught going for the level or going for the punch through. So just shy of that level, and 30-minute, above zero on my old 15-year-old die-hard Indy, punch through the level there as well. And it's it's just a no-brainer. When you get these things happen, then just trust in your experience with this stuff. So I'll pause this, wait to see whether it's going to go through it in a moment, and then upload the video for you. Really, guys, all I want to do is help. If you add this indicator to your existing method, then that's fantastic, and more power to you. If you add the candlestick reversal to your method, then fantastic as well. In fact, what I can do while I'm waiting for that to hit, I could actually talk about the internals, what I consider the internals to the swings. It looks like it's just going to hit now, so I'll do that on another video. Go on, boy, up you go. Up, up. I feel like I'm speaking to my dog. H1 will be the same. Obviously I've checked all my higher time frame indicators as well. Don't want to be trading too near the hour. It's 10:48, so I wouldn't want to be in a trade. Like people don't like to be in a trade overnight, I don't like to be in a trade across the hour. So I always like to enter a trade with a little bit of room to the top of the hour. In fact, I'm not going to be greedy here. I'm going to close this manually because it's like, oh, there, it's gone anyway. So, add all these bits and pieces together, not trading through hours and half hours, trading to big round numbers and half round numbers, using the pivots and the R1, R2, etc. It's all about experience. But my method isn't. My method is mechanical. And see, did it hit that? Yeah, I mean, it just microscopically short of that. Now that might reverse, and they might just play silly games. I could add a few new ascending trend lines now, because tighten this one up. Whoops. Oh, come on, mouse, play the game. Sorry for the mess on my charts, guys, but I have explained. I start with a clean chart. The reason I can join that and that now and tighten up this old ascending trend line is because this has broken the high of that. That move has pushed through that high there, so it now becomes a valid level of support, in my opinion. That's how I draw my lines. So the same going for all of these. Whoops, don't know why that's not working today. We're a long way from the hourly 8 EMA now, so you know, you can quite happily expect it to come back and try and test that, and then continue its way up. I don't use Fibonacci's. I've studied them at length. They don't at this point add much to my trading chart, so I'm not prepared to add even more indicators to my charts. Quite happy with this. For people that don't know anything about my videos and whatnot, I can trade this method, my candlestick reversal method, with a clean chart, no indicators, no nothing. But I realise that's extremely hard to teach, really. So it's just as easy, or easier, to have an indicator that doesn't repaint and that you trust. And notice how that has just kissed that level up there and reverse. Now it could easily slap it and charge through it, but I don't want to suffer the drawdown. We did have a daily high here, here, that caused the price to play around, but in my opinion these levels are there to be broken. You know, in a strong uptrend like this is, the momentum on this is strong. You've got that, we're so far through that daily open now. Can't see it behind all my lines, I'm afraid. But even H4, and I didn't actually look at that, but look, you know, H4 has done exactly what I talked about on those lower time frames. There's a massive slide to the downside there. Critically, this high here that creates those two lows got broken by the previous H4 candle. That is monster bullish. So, you know, tie all these things in together, guys. You know, I have got a recent video where I put all the lines on my chart, so have a look at that to talk yourself, or so that you can understand how these lines come about. But it's just basic technical analysis and trend analysis. You know, this becomes valid when that high, this level here becomes valid when that high gets broken, and so on and so forth. When that high gets broken, that's a valid touch. When this high gets broken, that's a valid touch, and you can just keep tightening up. You know, I mean, so then you know when price is dropping off, in my opinion. So that now is a new tighter ascending trend line, because this high has been broken by this. So then we can sort of track the price down through all these resistance levels here. The yellow are resistance, the green are support. And you know, on the way back, in my opinion, the most important levels are always support levels, because when the price goes up, it breaks resistance, comes back, tests them as potential support, and vice versa. Okay, guys. That's it for this morning's videos, I think. Yesterday I had a lay-in and was chasing trades. Today's much better because I traded banked my pips before breakfast, and much more relaxing day, and less time away from the charts to do chores today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.